everyone. I'm back. This was crazy. Something went wrong with the sound a minute ago, but I think I got it all sorted out now, so we should be good to go now. Sorry about that, folks. That was like crazy. We're going to get started in just a minute. I just want to give everybody who was on the last stream a chance to get on this stream. And then we will definitely get started. All right, guys. All right. And don't forget, like I mentioned a minute ago, this deck is the deck that I'm giving away, right? So on my channel this month, I'll be giving away the Beautiful Creatures deck. If there's any problem with the sound, please let me know in the chat. Just say like, yo, what's going on? I'm giving this away on my channel this month, and all you have to do is be subscribed, okay? And let me know that you're interested in the giveaway. And that's it. Excuse me. And most importantly, check back with me at the end of the month. Yes, you can hear me now. Thank you, Queen Sarah. You're the first one who told me last time that something was wrong. Please remember, if you're entering to win this deck, please remember to check back with me at the end of the month, okay? A lot of times I announce the winner, and then I don't hear from that person for ages and ages, or I have to pick another person. All right, so let's get right into it, guys. We are going to be doing the Aries April Love Outlook. Now, this is a general outlook into the area of love for you, right? So it's not going to be an outlook into any particular connection like I normally do the weeklies. We're just going to pull a full Celtic spread for you for April to see where you might be at in April, and we'll pull clarifiers and some oracle cards to see how that energy is impacting you. And so just a general outlook for Aries. Now, let me not forget to give out my shout outs for my members. Trisha Toplia, shout out to you. Member Aries, Sun in Aries, nice. And shout out to my girl Lindsay Rose Bub Show. She's also on the cusp. Don't have a lot of Aries members, but if you are a member on my channel and you are an Aries, just let me know, because you're going to get a shout out on the next Aries video. All right, I think I'm ready to cut your deck now. All right, and let's see what's going on for this Aries April Love Outlook. All right, we got straight out the Hermit. Wow. Covered by 4 of Swords, 6 of Cups, King of Cups. We have the 6 of Pentacles and the 3 of Swords. Wow. Let me move this over a little bit. We're going to need a little bit more room. So treachery, betrayal. Not so much treachery, but betrayal. There's betrayal. Certainly someone's feeling betrayed with that 3 of Swords, right? Let's see what else is going on for April. 7 of Cups, 10 of Pentacles. Nice money coming in the world, and you round off with Temperance energy. Your sister's sign, Sagittarius. All right, at the bottom of the deck we have Leo, or Strength card. All right, so I'm gonna move this over, place this one right here. So Leo, well, this is the card for Leo. So you'll hear me say Leo sometimes when I'm talking about the Strength card. And the card for Sagittarius in the tarot doesn't necessarily mean you're dealing with a Sagittarius or a Leo, but it's interesting that your sister's sign will show up in a reading like this. So you have a lot of fire going on this April for sure. And it could, of course, mean that you are dealing with people who have these signs or these energies, I want to say, in their natal chart somewhere. Let's start right off. This is definitely a reading for an Aries who's in a hermit mode, right? And so, of course, hermit has been showing up for everyone. Why? Because we're being kind of forced to live a hermited life right now, regardless of our choices, right? But this is definitely a hermited mode that is also very contemplative this month, because you definitely are, you have 4 of Swords energy here. So you're thinking about your next move, right? And if we're talking about love, right, because this is a love outlook, I think you're being very reserved about your choices in love, about what your next move in love may be. I think that you're being very strategic Careful. Very careful, Aries. And I think to a certain degree, this also feels like an Aries who has probably been living quite hermited for a period of time. And you like it, you know what I mean? And I don't mean hermited in the sense that like you're a recluse, but you like your independence. I think you've been liking your independence. And I think you've been liking this inward sort of look that you've been having at yourself, this time that you've been spending with yourself. I think to a certain degree, you are kind of now sort of coming out of this, and certainly in the area of love, it's not that you're saying no, but you're being extremely careful, okay? It could be that you've had some kind of, issue in the past, right? Which we all would have necessarily had. But moving forward, because this is your covering energy, Four of Swords. So throughout the month, you're going to be very careful. Right? Throughout the month, any decisions you make in love, you're going to really weigh them out. Is it worth me meeting with this person, talking with this person? Certainly right now, when everybody is literally forced to be away from each other, communications have taken on a whole new different sort of light, right? So we could even just be talking about being very careful about who you're reaching out to, right? Even if you're reaching out to somebody sort of online. There is, however, a love connection that you're thinking about. So you have Six of Cups. This is in the front of your mind. And, Six of Cups, I hear this interpreted a lot of different ways. Six is really the number of moving towards harmony in the tarot. And the thing with Six of Cups can be any kind of relationship, whether it's a friendship, right, a long-term friendship, or a romantic relationship that is just pleasurable. Right? The important thing about the Six of Cups is the level of rapport that you have with this particular connection or person. The level of harmony. There, it implies that there is a connection or a level of understanding and comfortability with each other that probably took a very long time to establish. This is one of the reasons why this is considered the soulmate card. Because this level of harmony that you have with somebody and desire and pleasantness comes after a long period, sometimes, of having, known each other, gone through ups and downs, regardless, whatever, what have you, right? In any case, there is a particular connection that you have in mind. And I would say that for some of you, it is probably, a connection you've known for quite some time. Right? Now, I'm not going to say that this is a past love. I've had people complain about other people always talking about past loves. This does not necessarily mean it is a past love, but it is, I believe, definitely a connection you've had with somebody that you have a lot of fond memories of. You have fond memories of this connection. It's been a while. You've known them for quite a while. And this April period, you're kind of like really focused. This is this position for your focus this month. And in the back of your mind, you have the King of Cups. So there's also this kind of wrestling of, do I dare go out and get it? Because the King of Cups is very much the hunter. So having the Six of Cups in the focus of your mind, but in the back of your mind, that little voice is King of Cups energy. King of Cups is the hunter. He's the one who says, well, you know what? This is the relationship for me. This is the one that I want. I'm going to go get it. This is the way I want it. This is who I want. The kings are always fire, and Fire of Cups is that actionary energy when we're talking about cementing a relationship or getting a relationship or securing a relationship. King of Cups is definitely the hunter in this way. So in the back of your mind, I think you're going to be wrestling to a certain degree this month with whether or not you should be going out towards this person. I think this is going to be something that you're going to be wrestling with back and forth, right? Do I go towards them? Do I lock this down? There's clearly been a period of seclusion, or there is certainly in April, since this is Hermit is your center energy, certainly in April you're going to be feeling some seclusion, right? Hi, Red Crystal. How you doing, Red Crystal Moon? Shout out. All right, so this is an interesting kind of like. And it's interesting also because this is what I meant about the Four of Swords, where you're going to be kind of very like, what do I do? How do I do this? How do I strategize this? How do I get this into my life because I want it? So it's a very interesting like sort of line of intention here. Certainly focusing in your conscious and unconscious with that Four of Swords, there's going to be a lot of sort of like trying to work this out this month in April. Nevertheless, you come into the month with a Six of Pentacles. energy. And of course, some of you are coming into this month working for people, helping people out. Six of Pentacles is absolutely another six, first of all, by the way, 6 and 6. 6 is the number for harmony. With Six of Pentacles, we see a harmonic or a harmonious relationship that you have with abundance and your finances and your stability. Harmonious in the sense that you are willing to give some of it up. You are willing to share some of it. Six of Pentacles is, it is the card of charity, of giving and taking and willing to help those around you. Sometimes it can be also seeking help, right? But more times than not, Six of Pentacles indicates that you're in a place, in a position where you have enough to be able to help people out. And it's interesting, right now, this month, you're coming into this month with this attitude. Now, when we're looking at this as a love reading, this attitude or this work is somehow impacting your love life this month, or has impacted your love life. You're coming into the month with this energy. Could be that someone you are either working with in this capacity, you have some connection with, is impacting your love life in some kind of way. Or it could just simply be that this month, this energy, because you're doing so much of it, is impacting your love life simply because you only have so much energy to give. And if you have a lot of energy that you're giving to people around you, your community, your colleagues, etc., or maybe family, friends that you're trying to help right now, because this card has been coming up a lot for the readings because a lot of people are helping each other out, then it could just be that coming into the month, your overall energy towards your love life in general is being impacted by all of this work that you're doing. Coming out of the month, though, you have betrayal. Wow, I want to kind of clarify that betrayal before I move on. I don't want to do the whole reading before I figure out what this Three of Swords is all about, because it's very interesting, that Three of Swords will come out. Somebody feels betrayed, or somebody feels like they're betraying someone else, right? And this is an energy that you're coming out of this month with. So let's get some clarity on these cards before we move forward. Show me what's going on. Show me. It'd be interesting to know where this energy is really coming from. I'm going to pull some Spirits of Darkness and Light, my beautiful Mystic Moon Oracle deck, which I love so much. All right. Empress, the Star. Eight of Cups. Wow. And the Lovers. Ooh. Okay, so there's something going on this month about a relationship that you have to let go for sure. Okay. You have Eight of Cups here, and then you're rounding off with Lovers over that betrayal. So something is going on with the relationship that you moved away from. And I want to say that the Six of Cups up here is probably a desire that you have for a loving relationship that you truly desire. Because look, you have Star down here also. So this is King of Cups. Is wanting to hunt is very much, or wanting to go after the love that you desire for yourself is very much a dream come true for you. This is like your goal, right? But that doesn't necessarily mean it's right here, right now, right? Isn't that interesting, right, Crystal, how that came out like that? What is happening here, though, is that, yes, you're putting all of the work into yourself this month, okay? The Six of Cups is the intention that you have, is the focus of what you truly desire in your love life, and how are you accomplishing it? By self-love. This month, you're going to be doing a lot of self-love with that Empress. You're going to be nurturing yourself, calling in this kind of connection, right? This is the connection you want. Something harmonious, something that lasts, something that you feel strong about, where the love is very strong. Having said that, right, you're coming out of a period here where you had to walk away from someone. You had to walk away from someone who, you put a bunch of energy into them and you just did not get the right amount of energy back. Right? Eight of Cups is that. Look at that. Eight of Cups is that intentional desire. In the traditional deck, for those of you who may not remember, in the traditional deck, it's the figure of the character with the red cloak walking up the hill, and he's leaving those 8 cups behind, because he's walking away from these relationships that really don't serve you anymore, right? Having said that, I'm going to say that it could be that you had to walk away from a particular relationship because you had other responsibilities. Right? You had other responsibilities, you had other people to take care, and it could be that this particular relationship was with someone who maybe didn't understand that. You know, maybe they didn't understand it, or maybe they were demanding too much from you, but something about this connection that you had with someone in the past, because this is the energy you're coming into April with, right? Something about their energy or about the connection with them just did not allow you to be who you are. It could be that they were just, you know, an example would be like, say for instance, you were working in a community or you're working with your friends and they're always like, well, why you got to do that? Why you got to go do all that work for them? Why don't you come home and deal with me? Or why don't you, you know, it just seems to me that you had a choice to make between the type of person you want to be for your wider community or perhaps your family, your friends who needed you, and this particular connection that just wasn't understanding that. And you sort of chose to say, well, hang on, I have to walk away. Having said that, right, it was painful, and I think there was some betrayal. There's a feeling of betrayal here also. This person was definitely a lover, and I think it was somebody who really took a toll on you to a certain degree, right? The betrayal may not have necessarily been third party. Let me be clear. Three of Swords is not third party per se, okay? Third party energy, someone cheating on you or going outside of the relationship, is an example of Three of Swords energy. But Three of Swords is the number for bonding and loyalty in the tarot. Bonding, loyalty, virtue, patience at times, right? Three of Swords is that bond that we have with we have with somebody. We've created a bit of a bond, a bit of loyalty, and then they break it. They break it by stabbing you in the back. They break it by cheating on you. That's an example. Third party energy. The three is not so much about third party energy. It's about the breaking of the bond or the loyalty or the trust, which three represents in tarot. And so here we have somebody, and I want to say that this betrayal that you feel here, I almost feel like that what it was is that this person may have got you to believe that they were the type of person who was always going to support you. Right? But then when it came down to it, they didn't. When it came down to it, they made you perhaps make a choice. You may have been forced to make a choice between the things that you care about doing in your life and them. Right? Something about this connection was a betrayal. Nevertheless, you come out of April with this. Strangely, lovers over that Three of Swords. Right? I don't know if your person may be coming around to you. Right? Because this betrayal to me does not feel like the type of betrayal that involves a third party. It feels like the type of betrayal that is inside of a relationship when you get together with somebody and you tell them who you are, this is who I am, this is who I'm going to be, this is my life, and they say the same thing and you both agree and say, okay, well, I accept you for that, I love you, you both agree, you move forward. And then sometime in the future, like here, you start doing all of the things that you said you do, perhaps the social work or perhaps working with the family. You might have said at the beginning of the relationship, look, I'm always close to my family, so you're going to have to accept that. So then when you are close to your family and you do all of the things that you told them this is your life, then they started to show their ass, or then they started to act like, well, you know, maybe you can show a little less attention for your family. You're like, well, hang on a second, I told you this when we got together. This is the breakdown. This is the breakdown that I feel is happening here because the pickup is possible. This is the type of breakdown that is possible to reconcile because it only requires your person to realize that they were an asshole. That's all. You know, it only requires your person to realize that they were being selfish, perhaps, that they were being, you know what I mean, childish, selfish. This is a different type of betrayal than, you know, going outside of the relationship and cheating on someone, which is the type of thing that a lot of people aren't willing to forgive. Having your partner not support you and that kind of a betrayal where they're forcing you to choose, that's something you can come back from if they're willing to do the work. And this is why I think lovers have come out over that Three of Swords, because at some point in this month, in April, I think you're going to be dealing with this person again, which is another reason why you have Four of Swords here, where you're being very cagey and careful. You're like, oh, okay, well, you can come back, but I hope you got your shit together and you realize that, you know, this is what it is. In the meantime, you're doing everything you need to be doing to keeping yourself together. This is a strong Aries, by the way. This is a strong Aries who knows their worth. This is a strong Aries who's not going to compromise and who's going to end up bringing their lover's going to end up, for some of you, this lover's going to end up coming right back to you and being like, you know what, I was ridiculous to mess this up. Because this lover card is strong, feels strong for me over this Three of Swords. It's kind of that very deep, deep, deep apology that they might be giving you. Like, I was an idiot. I was wrong. I should have yes, you did tell me this is how it was going to be. And I shouldn't have, you know what I mean? And that is absolutely possible. Let's get into looking at what your energy is this month and what comes back to you. Your attitude towards love in April is Seven of Cups. So you're definitely wishing for it. And again, this feels like, to me, it feels again like I say, it doesn't feel to me like that nasty, nasty betrayal of stepping out on a relationship, because your attitude is Seven of Cups, and Seven of Cups is like wishing, man, I wish he or she wasn't such an asshole. We could be together right now. You know what I mean? One of those, you ever have that with somebody like, why she's got to be such a bitch? Or why does he have to be such an idiot? We could be together right now. There's not anything really keeping you apart, like hurting each other with betrayal and love or something like that. It's just that one person is being a true idiot. Nevertheless, you come into this month with this very wishful attitude. Seven of Cups can sometimes be delusional, but I don't think it depends on the energy. Sometimes it's just the daydreams that keep us sort of moving forward, right? Which are necessary. Daydreams are necessary because they inform our dreams for our life, if we could but daydream. Nevertheless, what you're met with is a Ten of Pentacles. Strong financials coming back in. I'm going to say to a certain degree, there's almost a vindication that comes in for some of you, because all of this giving that you've been doing over here and this, I want to say, charitable work, you're going to get met in April with a lot of stability here. More money is going to come in for you. More financial stability is going to come in for you. And if indeed your connection is as I felt it to be, and it could be for very different reasons, but if it is indeed that the person you were dealing with was just, I don't know, just messed up about you spending so much time and effort on others, etc., etc., your vindication will be this Ten of Pentacles that comes in for you April, where your money starts to pick up, your stability starts to pick up. And I think a lot of that's going to be as a result of the connections and the work that you've done here. The universe sort of you know what I mean? You're helping people out, and that you have other connections so that later on when you need things, you have, this is the cooperative effort. Nevertheless, Ten of Pentacles comes back to you. Very nice. Okay? Very, very nice. What is your ultimate desire? Well, your ultimate desire is the World card, and your outcome is Temperance. So the World card, your ultimate desire is to know that you're at the right place at the right time. Right? Your ultimate desire is to know that you're doing the right thing. This is definitely, you're welcome, Queen Sarah Birchnell. Thank you so much for watching, sweetheart. This is, like I said, this is a reading for an Aries who's very strong, who's very committed to helping people, helping their family, I want to say their social group, their family, their friends, those who depend on them. An Aries who knows their worth because they've definitely been exercising that Empress energy. This is not an Aries who's like emotionally crippled. This is an Aries who's going to be like, well, look, I'm going to get on with my life. Like, yeah, I love you and I miss you. And yes, of course, I wish we could be together. But if you're not going to get your shit together, if you're not going to wake up, then in either case, I still am wishing and hoping that I am at the right place at the right time in my life, whether it is with you or without you. And it's a very good feeling. Temperance energy is how you resonate. And having temperance and strength means that this is certainly a month where you're going to be extremely strong, Aries, in love, very strong, very measured, very composed. Strength and temperance are almost two sides of the same coin. Strength is not allowing your inner emotions to control your actions, and temperance is not allowing outside influences to control your actions, right? And so with the two combined, you have absolute, complete authority, and there is your Lovers coming out again at the bottom. But that's underneath Strength card, so we're going to leave it. Let me go ahead and pull out my beautiful Mystic Moon. I love this deck. This is a Mystic Moon deck. oracle deck, Spirits of Darkness and Light. We're going to just pull these out and see what spirits are affecting this relationship. And then we're going to call this a reading. I have a feeling, though, for some of you that your person is going to come back. And I'm not saying that this is necessarily a reconciliation over a major long-term breakup. This sound, you know, I don't know. This just seems to me, or it feels to me like this is a connection with someone that you guys love each other so much that it's not like you're ever truly broken up. It almost feels like that to me. Even if you guys are broken up with each other, it's not like either one of you are now seeing others. It's like, okay, well, we're taking a break because he or she's being an idiot or whatever, right? Like, I don't see you racing to start another relationship somewhere else necessarily. You know? I do think that Six of Cups up here is reminiscing about, you know, the love we had. Reminiscing about, you know what I'm saying, this connection, because at the end of the day, what went wrong was really not something that was that heavy, but it was something that you just couldn't compromise on, interestingly enough. And why would Aries compromise anyway, you know? Like, I'm a Sagittarius, so I already know, like, Aries are uncompromising, you know? I get it. That's the fire, you know? Alright, guys. We have the Spirit of the Dummy. Damn. The Spirit of the Jester. And the Spirit of Lightning. Whew. Alright. Well, the Spirit of the Dummy. Follower, weak, clueless. I think that was your person, I'm going to be honest. Right? I do. I really do. I feel like, you know, you were like, look, you're going to act like a dummy. I'm going to treat you like a dummy. You know what I mean? You're going to be a pain in the ass. I'm going to walk away and leave you to think about what you've done. And I feel like this really is, you know, look at that card. Isn't that something? I hope the camera's focusing on it. By the way, I'm getting a camera delivered soon so that my live streaming is much better and much clearer. So Spirit of the Dummy, you know, a follower, somebody, you know, and I feel like that. I hear like your person saying, well, why you got to do all of that? You know, why you got to stick out and make all this effort and stuff, blah, blah, blah. And you're just like, well, because it's the right thing to do. Like, leave me alone until you get with the program. Spirit of the Jester, thief, trickster, hustler. So, again, watch out for that. There is some, you know, there's some things going on this April. So be careful. This could be any number of energies coming into you with that Spirit of the Jester. Could be outside influences, could be somebody else coming in, could be somebody else interfering with this connection as well, right? So be careful, Spirit of the Jester is showing up for a reason. And then we have Spirit of Lightning, power, strength, and expression. Of course, Spirit of Lightning is, it's beautiful for that to come in, right? Spirit of Lightning is like that understanding that comes in, perhaps also, right? That understanding, that opening up, strength. It's strength, but it's also awareness, you know, that inspiration that fires off and just brightens everybody up. Now everyone sees. So it could very well be that Spirit of Lightning is something that, again, may be impacting your person this month, because it may be like they really open up their eyes and see. Something happens here. It's interesting, Spirit of Lightning will come out. Something happens here that brings it right back to a lovers, right? Brings the lovers right back to the picture. So, you know, what can I say, right? I think that, you know, your person may just get the right inspiration that they needed to realize that, you know, this needs to be back together, cohesive. You know, they need to be back to supporting you, right? And everything needs to be the way it should. All right, guys? So that this hermit energy, you know, I really do strongly feel that this hermit energy is something you've put yourself into because of the work you're doing and because you've walked away from this individual. And right now, you just don't have time for anyone else anyway. All right, guys, I hope you enjoyed this. I hope it gave you some, you know, clarity on something that you might be going through. This is the reading for April for Aries. Please don't forget also, if you are interested in receiving this, in my monthly giveaway, all you have to do is let me know you're interested. All right. Be subscribed to my channel. And most importantly, check back at the end of the month. All right. And find out if you're the winner. If you're the winner, I'll need to hear from you, because otherwise I can't reach you. The only way I can reach the winner is by letting you all know that they've won. So in a winner video or an announcement. But if they don't watch that and they don't contact me, then they're gonna miss out and have to pick somebody else. All right, guys, I love you so much, Aries. Thank you so much for stopping by. Thank you so much for Red Crystal Moon for moderating and for stopping by and all of that good stuff. Queen Sarah Birchnell, thank you so much for letting me know that my sound was messed up and I had to restart my stream. I'm going to take a little break, get some iced coffee, and then I will be back with Taurus, April Love, in just a little while. Bye-bye now.